autocorrelation, partial autocorrelation, likelihood, information criteria, residual whiteness, and forecasting performance provide complementary evidence. Parsimony means using the smallest model that captures the relevant dependence, not simply choosing the lowest order regardless of fit. This lesson has supplied the model language. Autoregressive roots govern causal stability. Moving average roots govern invertibility. Lag polynomials connect finite and infinite representations. Next, we study the autocorrelation structures that these models imply and learn how those patterns guide, but do not determine model identification. So far, our models have lived on paper. Now I want to connect them to something we can actually see in data, the autocorrelation. For a stationary series, the autocovariance at lag k measures how today's value moves linearly with the value k periods earlier. Divide that by the variance and we get the autocorrelation at lag k. Plot those correlations against the lag and we have the autocorrelation function, which everyone writes as ACF. This picture is our first bridge from theory to a real series. Because the process is stationary, the autocovariance depends on separation, not on the calendar date. It is also symmetric. The covariance at lag minus k equals the covariance at lag k. Autocorrelation is standardized between -1 and 1, but a value near 0 rules out only linear association at that lag, not every form of dependence. Consider a stable autoregressive model of order 1. Its innovation variance is sigma squared, and its autoregressive coefficient is phi. The unconditional variance equals sigma squared divided by the quantity 1 minus phi squared. Its autocorrelation at lag k equals phi raised to k, so the ACF declines geometrically rather than ending abruptly. The sign of phi shapes that decline. A positive coefficient gives correlations with the same sign and a smooth decay. A negative coefficient makes the signs alternate as the magnitude shrinks. When the absolute value of HI is close to 1, the decay is slow, and a finite sample may look almost non-stationary, even though the population model is stable. Higher-order autoregressions obey the Yule-Walker equations. For an autoregressive model of order 2, each autocovariance beyond the first few lags is a weighted combination of the previous two autocovariances. The weights are the two autoregressive coefficients. This recursion links an observable second moment pattern directly to the model parameters. For an autoregressive model of order P, the first P Yule-Walker equations form a linear system. The coefficient matrix is built from autocovariances, and the unknown vector contains the P autoregressive coefficients. Replacing population autocovariances with sample estimates gives the Yule-Walker estimator, provided the sample system is sufficiently well behaved. Moving average models leave a different signature. In a moving average model of order 1, current y contains the current innovation and theta times the previous innovation. Its lag, one autocorrelation equals theta divided by the quantity 1 plus theta squared. At lags 2 and beyond, observations share no innovation, so the population autocorrelation is exactly 0. For a moving average model of order 2, the first two autocorrelations may be non-zero, but every population autocorrelation after lag 2 is 0. More generally, the ACF of a moving average model of order Q cuts off after Q. Sample correlations do not become exactly 0 because estimation noise remains. The partial autocorrelation function, or PACF, asks a more selective question. At lag k, it measures the linear association between current y and y from k periods earlier after removing the linear effects of the intervening lags. It is the last coefficient in the linear projection using lags 1 through k. For a true autoregressive model of order p, the population p ACF cuts off after lag p. The ACF usually tails off. For a moving average model of order q, the ACF cuts off after q, while the p ACF usually tails off. These contrasting patterns are useful first clues about model order. An autoregressive moving average model usually has no clean cutoff in either function. Both the ACF and PACF tend to decay. Different combinations of autoregressive and moving average orders can produce very similar shapes, so no visual rule can identify a general ARMA order with certainty. Finite sample plots require restraint. Even when a population correlation is 0, its sample estimate is a continuous random quantity and will almost never equal 0 exactly. Approximate bands around 0 can flag unusually large sample correlations, but their accuracy depends on the fitted model, the sample size, and the assumptions used.